Are y'all ready? I feel like I'm a wrestling announcer. Are you ready for the Xbox Developer Direct? January 2025, make some noise. Yeah. Whoa, so excited. All right. Let's see, let me get the right scene here. Bam. All right, we're in. Ladies, gents, and bees. Let's just get right into it. We know what we have to expect today, and a surprise that was unfortunately ruined for me, but I won't ruin it for you guys. So, no speculation needed. Let's hit it. Okay, there we go. I was like, what happened? All games are available day one with Game Pass, baby! All games support Xbox Play Anywhere and Xbox Cloud Gaming. Buy once, play on Xbox consoles and Xbox app on PC with cross saves and cross progression. They should promote this more. I'm glad they did it today. Enjoy the show. What is that sound? Is that outside? Sounds like a whale. All the Peggies, all the ratings. Yesterday was nuts. Yesterday was... What you mean? I don't know. I can't recall anything too crazy. About the same as usual. There we go. Oh, I'm so excited to see South of Midnight, man. That's what I'm here for. Let me see. It sounds so quiet. Let me turn this up. Yeah, they said Quinta was too short. She is, I don't know how tall she is. She doesn't look very tall. I mean, I like her though. I said Issa Rae was also acceptable. I don't know what the casting is for. This is a documentary of the life of unhealthy and unstable. I don't know. Anyways, the developer direct. Here we go. We're starting with Doom, I think. Oh, we're starting. Okay, well, you know what? I'm happy with this because I know what this is already. Good. Let's just get it out the way. Crazy. Crazy. That's all I'll say. Team Ninja. That probably would have given it away right there.
Konnichiwa, 超えてくもゲームズチーム忍者の安田文彦です。
Hello.
今日は皆様にチーム忍者が長く大切にしてきたアクションシリーズの新情報を発表できる機会をいただけてとても嬉しく思います。早速ですがこちらをご覧ください。
Alright, we're taking a look. This better be good. I think it will be. Koei Tecmo, they have been producing heat the past few years.
The Dark Dragon,
If you ask me.
youngest of the divine dragon gods, wreaked havoc across the world.
Oh wow, this is
the plot
crazy.
was ultimately thwarted through the efforts of a sole ninja. However, the Dark Dragon's husk remained, and from this husk fell an endless downpour of cursed rain. The abandoned Tokyo continues its struggle against chaos to this day.
He's not wearing his whole
Infiltrate
mask.
the facility.
This is
Commencing
real
mission.
platinum too. Okay, this is very different than I thought it was gonna be. There we go, everybody. In case you don't know already, I mean, I feel like it's pretty obvious at this point that this is Ninja Gaiden.
No escape.
This looks insane. Like, I'm used to the side-scrolling Ninja Gaiden. So, I actually looked at some footage of Ninja Gaiden 3 somewhat, wow. Yes, 3 somewhat recently, and this is way different. Much higher level, I think. I can definitely see Platinum's DNA in this. It is given like Bayo, Devil May Cry a little bit. Well, I don't think Devil May Cry Devil May Cry, but Bayo. Same creators. Yeah, this looks crazy.
Ryu Hayabusa.
So this isn't Ryu then.
Whatever your clan is plotting.
No, it's not.
The end is here.
Wait, did they say that as a character switch, or is he looking for Ryu?
So you've come.
Oh, okay.
Back off, Hayabusa. I will execute my mission.
Ninja Gaiden 4! There we go.
世界中の町人の皆さん、10年以上大変お待たせしました。
10
最
years,
強の
wow.
忍者となり、容赦なく襲い来る敵に挑むハイスピードアクション。
Yeah, this was
忍者ガイデンの
definitely-
最新作として、
yeah.
忍者ガイデン
Action
4を
was
発
crazy.
表させていただきました。本作はプラチナゲームズさんとの協業で開発を進めています。
Yeah, I can tell. That's
プ
it.
ラチナゲームズさんのアクションゲームというジャンルにおける実績は言うまでもなく、ベヨネッタやニアオートマタなど素晴らしい
Yeah,
アクション
yeah.
タイトルを生み出してこられ
Oh,
ました。
oh, yeah, yeah. That makes sense. That
忍
makes
者ガイ
sense.
デン4というタイトルを10年以上の時を超えて新たに皆様にお届けするにあたり、より多くの方に新鮮な気持ちでプレイしていただけるよう、新たな世界を新主人公であるもう一人の町人ヤクモで冒険するという形で制作することにしました。先ほどご覧いただいた映像の中で竜はやぶさも登場しておりましたが、彼は今回も物語に密接に関わってきます。なぜヤクモと戦うことになったのか、竜はやぶさが戦う目的は何なのか、本作の物語の中で展開していきます。
任務は必ず成し遂げる。邪魔をするな。
物語は黒竜がもたらした正気の雨によって荒廃した首都東京が舞台となっています。この雨は黒竜
People
が
have
ま
been
だ生き
worried
てい
about
る
Platinum
証で
for
あ
a
り、
little bit, so I'm
雨
glad
が
to
止
see
ま
that
ない限り
they're working on
東京に
things.
安寧は訪れません。今作の新主人公であり、ハヤブサと対をなすカラス一門に所属するヤクモが首都東京で黒竜を倒し、この世界を晴らすため戦いに身を投じます。
これまで忍者ガイデンシリーズで描かれてきたダークでハードな世界観は継承し、そこにさらに危機を感じさせる要素として呪いやより混沌とした景観のデザインを取り入れています。ステージプレイ中に街が呪いの影響を受け、ビルは崩れ、道は歪み、ヤクモをピンチに陥れることでしょう。舞台となる東京はとある出来事によって街全体が崩壊し、魔族やヤクモと敵対する勢力がひしめき合う状態になっており、環境全体がプレイヤーに牙を向くように感じられるはずです。前作より立体的に自由度の増した危険に満ちたステージを
Oh my
忍者
goodness.
やシリーズおなじみの対決など
Freaking
忍者アクションを駆使して乗り越えていくことになります。レールアクション、スイングアクションなどのダイナミックで爽快なシチュエーションを多く追加しました。これら以外にも様々なシチュエーション
Yeah,
や
the
チャレン
movement
ジ、
in here.
隠されたアイテムなどを用意しており、ステージが進むごとに上がっていくテンションにも驚いていただけると思いま
Not
す。
some hidden items. Why are they getting them
新しい
the
主
most
人公の
like
ヤクモは竜ハヤブサに
suspicious
次ぐ新たな
close-ups?
町人です彼にはまだ若さも残っていますが、カラス一門を背負う天才忍者でもあり、忍者ガイデンシリーズにおけ
This kinda
る
makes me think
忍
of,
者の頂点、竜と
Metal
肩
Gear
を並
Rising
べ
a
る
little.
次世代の町人たり得る人物としてデザインしています。そんなヤクモの前に立ちふさがるのは荒れ果てた東京の治安維持組織であり、黒竜の封印を守る竜神島や現世に蔓延する人ならざる者妖魔、そしてもちろんシリーズおなじみの魔人も登場します。また現時点では公開していませんが、新たなキャラクターやシリーズファンの方に喜んでいただける人物も登場しますので、続報にご期待ください。
従来のシリーズからバトルスピードをさらに加速させ、目にも止まらぬスピードで敵との攻防を繰り広げることができます。さらにヤクモが使える新要素、結節忍術ヌエの型を駆使したダイナミックな攻撃によってこれまでから大きく進化した一対他の戦闘を可能にしました。ヌエの型ではこれまでの忍者ガイデンにはない広範囲かつ一撃必殺の攻撃となっており、多勢に無勢の状態が長く続く戦況を一気に覆すことができます。もちろん1対1の戦闘における比率きも健在です。プレイヤー同様、敵もガードや回避をしてくるため緊張感のあるフェアな戦闘を味わうことができます。敵の動きをしっかりと捉えながら一瞬の隙を逃さずに攻撃を仕掛けていくことが重要です。ヌエの方によって忍者ガイデンのアクションの味わいに
the beginning of this
さらなる進
section,
化を
this is
感じ
Ninja
られるかと思い
Gaiden.
ます。
Ninja Gaiden 4. That was the mystery game.
特にアクションに関しては手触り、バランス調整など細部にわたり日々議論させていただき、会社の垣根を越えた密なやり取りをさせていただいています。本作の主人公であるヤクモは竜とは一味違うアクションを有していますが、その中でも
Ninja Gaiden is coming back with the fierceness, man. I feel like this is the second or third thing we've seen that's Gaiden related.
ヌエ2つの型があるという点がヤクモの大きな特徴ですが、それらが持つ多彩な性能のアクションを用いて敵や状況ごとに使い分ける攻略の深みや滅却、絶技などを絡めた抑揚あるスピーディーな攻防などはもちろんヤクモでも健在です。
ヤクモと竜ハヤブサはそれぞれがかなり異なる個性的な遊び心地になっていますので、さまざまな戦闘バリエーションを楽しむことができるようになっています。ヤクモ、そして竜ハヤブサの双方で飛燕、伊豆名落としなどシリーズおなじみのアクションも駆使しつつ新アクションを織り交ぜた新しい忍者ガイデンにご期待ください。忍者ガイデンシリーズに色濃く残っている歯ごたえやグレードの高いアクション体験の継承、さらに我々プラチナゲームズの特徴であるスピーディーなアクションやダイナミックな演出も取り入れ、
This was the first
進
game.
化した
Yeah,
正
they
当
just
作品を
started.
作り上げ
They
るべく
started with
総力を挙げて開
with
発を
the
進めておりま
first
す。
the
容赦ない
mystery.
敵とのいかなる攻防にもフェアに戦える手触りをヤクモでも目指しています。皆様に進化した忍者ガイデンを触っていただける日を
Which is
楽し
wild
み
to
にして
think
いま
about.
す。
シリーズファンはもちろんのこと、忍者ガイデンを
Because
初め
they've
て
been
プレイす
saving
る
the
ことで
mystery
存
stuff
分に
for the
楽しめ
end
る作
because
品
you
に
know
なって
that's
おりま
like
す
the
ので、
big intrigue.
ぜひ発売をお
But
待ちく
I
だ
feel
さい。
like this is saying like, you know, this is heat, but we got other things up our sleeves. At least I hope. At least I hope that's what's being said.
ついに発表することができて非常に嬉しく思います。2025年秋に本作を皆様にお届けできるのを楽しみにしています。
Fall
続報にもぜひご期待く
2025,
ださい。
okay? First one added to the list. Oh, it's coming to PS5 as well. They're just
さて
putting it out
本
there.
日お
They're
伝えし
just
たい発
putting
表
it
は
out
そ
there.
れだけではありません。こちらをご覧ください。
Alright, we're taking a look. What else? What else we got? Oh, that's pretty. Even though there's gruesome things happening in the foreground, background is pretty. Yeah, this is like a modern 2010 kind of game in a good way. Like you don't see a lot of games like this now. And I know people feel nostalgic for this kind of game too, but they also like the innovation. So I'm curious, like how they'll toe the line. Whatever I'm in, remaster. No. This is Ninja Gaiden 4. This is a new Ninja Gaiden. Oh wait, this? Maybe. Actually, I don't know the Ninja Gaiden. This could be a remaster. Oh, there's a 2. Dang, you were right. You were right. Oh shoot.
忍者ガイデン2のオリジナル版は
Okay, no wonder the
2008年に
gameplay stopped.
発売し
What he
バイオレン
said.
スな表現と
Okay.
ハイスピードなバトルを皆様にお楽しみいただいた作品
Wow.
です。 今作忍者ガイデン2ブラックではオリジナル版の表現に立ち戻り、アンリアルエンジン5を用いてグラフィックを大幅に刷新、忍者ガイデン2の完全版として開発いたしました。綺麗なグラフィックでお楽しみいただけるのはもちろん、リュウハヤブサに加え、アヤネ、モミジ、レイチェルもプレイブルキャラクターとして登場します。そして本作は本日コンソール、PC、そして
Shadow Drop!
すぐに発売となります。
Shadow Drop! That's crazy!
シリーズを長年応援いただいている皆様はもちろんのこと、本日忍者ガイデンを知っていただいた皆様も忍者ガイデン4の発売前にぜひ本作をお楽しみください。
I'll definitely have to try it then. That's crazy.
今年はチ
You
ーム
can
忍者
play
創
it
立30周年
today.
の節目であり、本日発表させていただいた忍者ガイデン4を含め
This is the year of the ninja
2025年は忍者の
and the
年
year of the snake,
イヤー・オブ・ザ・
apparently.
忍者となります。
Fitting
ぜひ
for
忍者ガイデンシリーズの
something
展開にご注目ください。本日
So
は
that's
ありがとうございま
crazy.
した。
I will be streaming. Hey, wait! Wait! Listen, Hi-Fi Rush, you don't know how long it's gonna be on Game Pass. It could leave tomorrow. It probably won't, but it could leave tomorrow. Did you still gotta play Hi-Fi Rush? Come on, man. You haven't committed to one day. You said Final Fantasy, then you said Hi-Fi Rush. What's going on, man? Listen, the street don't need to know what our business is, but you know what my beef is with you, Didge. You know what my beef is. Wish list it today. Alright. That's crazy. This was pre-Ninja Guy. You see me fanning you away? Okay, this is what I'm here for. This is probably not gonna get shadow dropped then. I was kind of fingers crossed to get shadow dropped. But no, it's probably not. That would be insane to do 2 shadow drops in one day.
Hi, and welcome to Compulsion Games here in Montreal, Canada. At our studio, we care about world building.
I will be pre-ordering this.
We treat the setting almost like a character of its own. From the magical Nora of Contrast to the alternate history of We Happy Few, we draw inspiration from the landscape to shape mood, drama, and intrigue. For South of Midnight, our third-person action-adventure game, the story and characters bring a folkloric Deep South to life. This gave us a chance to explore Southern Gothic themes with a dark fantasy twist. So while our protagonist Hazel is at the forefront of our story, it's the macabre elements and larger-than-life creatures that will leave a mark on her journey and growth.
No. Someone get her out of here. Spooky.
It is really picking up out there. Did you pack everything?
Hurricane season.
This ain't my first hurricane. I know what to do.
As long as you didn't forget the
Flashlights and batteries.
Oh, shoot, we got 5 minutes. Let's go.
Won't be rushed if you didn't.
Don't mumble. Speak on it.
I said we wouldn't be rushed if you didn't waste all that time at the shelter.
Now, you want to bring this up right now.
I'm just saying.
Hazel, please.
We might need some help. I might need some help. While you're out helping everybody else.
Hazel.
Oh, she. Pray for Hazel. She gone. Oh no, not the mom.
Hazel may start her journey as a typical 19-year-old, but disastrous events will push her into a darkly magical
We
world
gotta
where
save the mom.
she'll learn who she really is and how to tap into weaving, an ancient magical power that redefines her trajectory in life.
The land itself chooses Hazel as a weaver. Someone who can see beyond the surface and tap into deeper reality, the grand tapestry. Weavers can see the fabric binding our world, connecting people, nature, and echoes of the past.
Keep those hands to yourself.
Hazel can perceive both the mystical strands and stigmas in the world. Through her newfound power, she reweaves these stigmas and mends the afflicted creatures she encounters.
As Hazel discovers her power, the world gradually shifts into the surreal, revealing that creatures from the old folktales actually exist.
You up here, my salvation.
Among them is good old Catfish, the storyteller who becomes both the guide and companion to Hazel across the game.
It ain't every day I hear about a new weaver such as yourself. Would you kindly do your weaver thing and help me down?
That was crazy.
Meeting Catfish marks the true beginning of Hazel's journey. All of Hazel's arsenal and powers are designed around textile crafting and traditional spinning wheels. Her weapons include a spindle, 2 weaving hooks, and a distaff. Her magic abilities manifest with supernatural lace-like patterns, blending the traditional craft with mystical elements. Hazel engages with the world through a variety of movement abilities. Those abilities also help Hazel progress on a journey.
As her journey unfolds, Hazel will master new weaving abilities, using them to traverse the world, conjure objects, and confront adversaries.
Combat is about understanding and adapting to different enemy archetypes known as Aints, the manifestations of corruption Hazel encounters.
These Haints trap Hazel in combat until she unravels them, destroying them in the process.
Each Aint has its own unique moveset, strengths, and weaknesses that you'll need to learn and adapt to. For example, the slug burrows on the ground and unleashes devastating strikes from afar, while the Ravager closes the distance with chilling speed. Hazel can counter these threats with agile melee abilities to execute powerful combos, jump attacks, and charge attacks. But close combat is risky and can backfire because Aints have powerful defensive abilities. Mastering the magical skills becomes the key to gaining the upper hand in combat. Push, pull, and weave are some of the spells at your disposal that give you a tactical advantage during a fight. Timing is everything. Pull distant enemies close to start melee combos, push them back to interrupt and stun their attack. Then press the advantage with follow-up strikes.
What if they they could drop a demo today
with each enemy type, creating dynamic combat scenarios, especially when facing multiple types of opponents at the same time. Once near death, enemies can be unraveled, breaking their core and setting them free of their corruption, which has the added benefit of providing health boosts and reducing ability cooldowns. If you play your combos right, you can enhance Hazel's combat readiness and keep on chaining her abilities. As Hazel progresses in the game, she unlocks new moves and improved abilities, and you'll have to decide which areas to prioritize. The upgrades will change how you approach combat, like enhancing area of effect attacks, or refining push and pull skills to improve precision and make them feel more rewarding.
Push and pull is crazy. I like it.
The combat system is fast and responsive, built around chaining attacks, landing precise strikes, and unraveling enemies.
You mind if I take a look around?
You can see every place old Molly terrorized and more. Now for the low, low price of $1.
In Hazel's search for her mother, you'll explore multiple regions, each ruled by a mythical creature with their own Southern Gothic history. You'll gradually uncover the backstories of these beings, once human or animal, who were transformed by tragedy, their secrets waiting to be discovered. As a weaver, Hazel heals these creatures by collecting fragments of haunted memories. We call these echoes, which reveal each creature's past. Hazel must experience these echoes before she can mend them.
What kind of person would do that to someone?
We design each region to reflect the creature that's been doomed to wander it. From the atmospheric environment to unique music themes composed for each one. While not all encounters lead to direct combat, Hazel will need to face mythical creatures in epic confrontation before she can heal them. Our boss encounters and gameplay sequences also reflects the uniqueness of each creature, with distinct mechanics that center around a specific thematic. These encounters feature multiple phases that ramp up in complexity.
Whoa, wait! The stage change?
The theme builds up, cranking the tension alongside the fight. Whether it's Two-Toed Tom or hugging Molly, each of these larger-than-life creatures is inspired by Southern folklore and lead to climactic battles.
Oh, we got a long journey ahead.
South of Midnight unfolds as a hero's journey, and as Hazel, you'll travel through a tapestry of Southern-inspired landscapes. From abysmal swamps to flooded farmlands to the Appalachian peaks.
A cruise boat.
In our magical South,
Haunted
decaying buildings reclaimed by nature stand moments away from a hungry
this is a
world.
gorgeous game.
And as Hazel delves deeper, reality bends ever more toward the fantastical.
The history, landscape, and folklore of the American Deep South fill our world, and our team has infused the game with thoughtful details and environmental storytelling, like our bottle trees and haint blue porches, which are said to ward off evil spirits. The way to the past emerges as central themes, which you can see through old abandoned buildings and businesses struggling to survive. As you explore, you'll meet locals who stayed behind even in the face of a hurricane.
So I'm the last person left here.
Real.
All those damn haints. This part of the river's filthy with them.
Okay.
Artistically, we're staying true to our moody compulsion signature style. But this time, we're using a handcrafted approach inspired by stop-motion animation, which allows our team to bring a distinct personality and tone into every prop and character. Because this folklore is open to visual interpretation, we embrace the freedom to reimagine these creatures and their stories, to adapt how they look, and to craft our own version of a fantastical Deep South.
Yeah. And then the background and the behind the scenes that came out a couple months ago, I think. They built a lot of the backgrounds in real life.
Like, around central teams. We're lucky to have talent across all the disciplines that collaborate to give South of Midnight such a unique personality. We also enjoy this deep dive into South of Midnight. We're thrilled to announce that the game will launch on April 8th, and pre-orders are now available on Xbox and Steam.
April 8th. Okay. Okay. April 8th. And it's not coming to the Xbox One. We might be leaving the Xbox One behind. This might be the year. I don't know what the last one. I'll have to check. I liked it. I liked it all. I will be investing. Doggo. Oh.
Bonjour everyone.
A dog's working on this game.
We are Sun Interactive and welcome to our nano. We are a small studio based in Montpellier, France, working on our first game, Clair Obscur Expedition 33. It's a turn-based RPG set in the fantasy version of late 19th century Belle Epoque France.
Here we are.
Our grand adventure in game development actually started as a solo passion project. I wanted to create something like the JRPGs with turn-based combat I grew up with and loved, but that fully leveraged the latest tech, refreshed the genre with new features, and took place in a compelling world.
Yeah, it's kind of given
like to realize my dream.
Persona
turn-based, I turned to a programmer I knew
which I think
it.
is the best kind. So
Guillaume and I started trading ideas right away, and that quickly turned into trading files back and forth. Soon, I was creating the first prototypes of the reactive turn-based system, combining real-time offense and defense element, and a cinematic battle camera system. Things really clicked when we tested the first version of those features. We felt we had something both challenging and fun.
As Tom and I went back and forth and iterated on game elements, a vision started to come together, and I shared it with an old friend from university.
Guillaume and I are both passionate gamers, and when he described the project, I quit my job the following week and joined the team without hesitation. Because I believe that in video games, success always starts with a strong creative vision. And we had that, defined by 3 core elements. A story with great emotional depth, gameplay that innovates on the classics we love.
Yeah, like, this is...
And a world that is completely original, beautiful, and immersive. We founded Sunfall Interactive on these tenets. A group of friends with a shared vision and the drive to make something great.
This too is your legacy.
So if I remember correctly...
Core to every great RPG is a compelling story.
They kill
and
people
Guillaume and I
based on
spent
how
4
old they
years
are.
intensively developing and refining ours.
There's like a fairy
and that started with the
calls.
hook. 67 years ago,
Yeah,
a
so all the
massive
34-year-olds
slumbering
would have
paintress
died.
and a monolith appeared with no warning. Once a year, the paintress wakes and paints a number on her monolith, and everyone who has passed that age is erased. Every year, that number ticks down, and everyone dies younger and younger. Expeditions depart to kill the paintress, determined to fight until their final breath, but none have ever returned. Our story follows Expedition 33.
Wow. So you gotta... It's 33 and below for the
Expedition S.
quest.
We honor your dedication.
Is it everybody on Earth or just everybody in that village?
That we didn't want to focus on good versus evil. What's
because you could just eliminate
are people who
the whole planet
are flawed but who care deeply about each other, and conflicts arise because they have different perspectives on what needs to be done.
I'm sorry about Alia.
We wanted our story to feel dark and mature, with adult characters who feel like real people with real experiences.
I'm always missing something that everyone else just gets.
The heart of the story is about overcoming an existential
this would
threat
be my last
while
year?
struggling with loss and grief.
No.
And it's rooted in the characters'
Ditch.
relationships, both to each other and
Not
to
my
themselves.
What are we gonna do, huh? Tell me. What are we gonna do?
In a world like this, how does one stay hopeful or make peace with their fate? What duty do we owe to each other or to ourselves? These questions are deeply personal to me, and they permeate the story behind the story.
Know that Lumiere fights with you. Tomorrow comes Expedition 33.
The characters all have their own motivations and perspectives. Gustave and Lune are deeply invested in the expedition, even if they fight all the time. To them, the mission is tied not only to their family, it's central to their identity and purpose.
Protocol doesn't cover every contingency. You know that.
Contrast that with Ciel, whose darkest days have already happened.
What are the stars whispering to you? Actually, I'm the one whispering to them. It's something my dad and I used to do.
And Maëlle, who cares more about really living her life, not just living longer.
Gustave, are you real?
It's not all dark, though. Along the way, they meet various colorful NPCs and recruit Monoko, who is a friendly but kinda bloodthirsty philosopher and a fully playable character. He has a really cool battle mechanic where he can turn into the enemies he defeats.
What are you doing?
Just need foot. Aha!
He's very, very old and has seen many expeditions come and go.
Interesting.
He is a Jedi.
Wait, how's he alive?
Which are a group of playful beings who view battle as a form of meditation. They're fun and sort of ridiculous.
Where are the subtitles
You'll meet
come from?
Monoko and many other gestures across the game. And of course, there is Estier, who is one of the oldest and lore-wise the most powerful creatures in the verse.
Estier is that powerful?
He will be your mount and help you travel to secret corners of the world.
Yeah, this is classic.
If you bring him back his special stones, you can unlock abilities for him to access new areas of the world and find exciting secrets.
I'm strong, but I'm not that strong.
Everyone has their own reason for joining the expedition, and each of them has their own story arc and resolution that we think players will really connect with.
And they all got a little uniform going.
In addition to a strong narrative, we had a clear vision for our own take on the genre's core gameplay. Our reactive turn-based system takes the traditional turn-based battle mechanic we love and adds a real-time reaction, which gives combat greater intensity and dynamism. During enemy turns, you can negate all damage by dodging or firing at the right time. The balancing turn-based with real-time mechanics took a long time to get right. During initial playtests, turn-based players often found the real-time elements too hard. Some of us are still traumatized by enemies from back then. We've done a lot of rebalancing since, and with a lot of iteration, we ultimately came up with a formula that we're proud of. Players who are good at real-time can take more risks, and others can counterbalance with items and strategies. A big part of that formula lies in the many ways you can customize your character.
Oh, it's the outfits, okay.
We spend a lot of time designing each character's unique mechanics and their custom skill trees. Our philosophy is making every type of playstyle viable so that everyone can have fun with how they play the game. Each character has a unique mechanic. Maëlle switches between stances which can ultimately boost defense or power. I personally like to make Maëlle the protector of the group, but I'm pretty much the only one at the studio who plays her that way. Most people play her as a glass cannon with Gustave's complementary skills. The characters can also equip hundreds of passive effects, which in our game are called lumina.
Every character has more than 20 unique skills in the skill tree and hundreds of passive effects they can gain through Lumina and weapons. So there are a ton of builds
I've said it before, like I never look at the equipment because it's just a long list. I'm like, just give me the recommended. Just give me the recommended.
Design that we probably never even imagined.
Nice to have the options, but also like, just tell me, give me the recommended.
Our story is set in the French fantasy world, and I was really excited to design something unique.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
Every level has its own color and texture identity. For example, the Gestrel Village is an early area in the game where players can enjoy a fun break. We wanted something that feels chaotic, grungy, and toy-like. It's basically a bazaar. Everything's disorganized, chaos everywhere, huts are unsafe, built without much thought. It's a place where anyone could fight you at any point, which is pretty much what the Gestrels are like. The Gestrel Village is hidden inside the ancient sanctuary. The ideas here were forest, labyrinth, and sentinels. I designed it as a vibrant place, like an old graveyard of Gestrels, or forgotten wooden toys in a box, with two main colors, red and white. I wanted to make it feel cozy, hidden from danger, with traps and labyrinths in case enemies get in. Same process with the characters. Minoko came in a single concept. I thought of a monkey-like body, white fur with a black and red flat mask.
Ladies.
So that's the actual animal? Oh.
Definitely a Gestrel.
For Escape, we needed a cuddly companion to take us around the world. I thought instantly of a giant inflatable balloon and old Victorian pillows with many intricate motifs. We start with the core themes and ideas, and the visuals grow organically from there.
From the very start of the project, there was one thing that we absolutely wanted to bring back from older JRPGs. A feature we really loved, but is very rare these days. A completely 3D and navigable world map. Yes, we've got a world map.
Well, nice.
And it was a real challenge to create, both artistically and technically. And it ended up a lot bigger than we expected. You'll definitely need SK's help traveling around.
That's what made me say, like, oh, this is classic.
We're super happy with the result, though, as there's a lot of side paths and entire hidden levels. If you want to fight the toughest bosses of the game, you will have to explore. Good luck.
We've poured our hearts and souls into this game for the past 4 years. That's why we're delighted to announce that Expedition 33 launches on April 24th
on
April? Xbox Series X and S and is available day one with Xbox Game Pass. You can already wish the game and follow us for more info.
We are super excited to invite you into the world of Expedition 33.
When was Shadows coming out?
Team. It's our debut game, and we can't wait for you to discover our story, our world, and our take on the turn-based genre. On behalf of everyone at Sunfall,
is everything coming out in April?
Tomorrow comes.
Demain viendra.
Tomorrow comes.
Demain
March?
viendra.
Oh, okay.
Demain viendra.
Tomorrow comes.
April 24th. Wishlisted today. Alright. The Big Daddy to end it all. Dude. This one looked pretty sick. I like the shield. I've never been too good at the fast twitchy shooter kind of thingies, but it looks really fun.
Hello, and welcome to Dallas, Texas, home of id Software, where more than 30 years ago, a small team of game developers helped define and set a course for first-person shooters. A lot has changed since then, but our team is as passionate as ever. And the most important values at the core of our games, innovation, craftsmanship, and performance, remain a priority for us to this day.
And as you're about to see, those values are infused in every aspect of this latest installment in the legendary Doom franchise. It is an honor to work on this game, to carry on id's tradition of creating all-out, groundbreaking levels of fun.
So now, we're excited to share with you a look at our most ambitious game yet. This is Doom: The Dark Ages.
That was so stupid I mouthed the words.
Oh. That's okay, he was excited. Some Zombo situation. So is this like Doom guy went to the past, or?
In Doom the Dark Ages, you will feel like the superweapon in the center of a medieval war against hell. Set in a cinematic sci-fi fantasy world full of locations to explore, powerful weapons to unlock, and enemies to conquer. This is a prequel to Doom 2016, and that's given us the opportunity to reimagine every aspect of this experience. So if you're new to the franchise, then Doom the Dark Ages will be the perfect entry point into the series. And if you're a longtime fan, then you'll be proud to see, in a lot of ways, the feel of the game is really a return to form. So let's break it down, starting with the combat.
Oh, they got a Pokemon in there.
In Doom Eternal,
wow.
you felt like a fighter jet. In Doom the Dark
surprised they let
Ages,
them show
you'll be
that.
an iron tank.
Or did they think about
Heavy,
it?
strong, but still fast. A grounded combat system with an emphasis on power over the acrobatics of Doom Eternal.
Oh, hold up.
And a balance between enemy projectiles and player movements.
I have no idea. Hold on, I'll go back.
In a lot of ways,
not that far back.
The jet. In Doom the Dark Ages, you'll be an iron
Into they're
tank.
gonna strike the video.
Heavy, strong, but still fast. A grounded combat system with an emphasis on power over the acrobatics
Maybe
of
the
Doom
stream
Eternal.
was doing that.
And a balance
'cause I
between
feel like
enemy
I'm running
projectiles
smooth.
and
Yeah,
player
I don't know.
movement speed that makes strafing to aim viable again, just like in the classic Doom games. But it's not all about nostalgia. Innovation is the goal, always. And so for Doom the Dark Ages, it's an all-new world with new tools and new mechanics to master. Let me introduce you to the Shield Saw.
Shield Saw.
Block.
See, that's what I was excited about.
Throw.
Look at that.
Parry.
That's crazy.
Deflect. All from one input. It's contextual. Tons of depth on a
I can
single
definitely
button
see this
press.
being
You know, we want
turn my
every
brain.
Doom
Well, I don't know
game
if
to
you can turn
stand
your
on
brain
its
off
own
playing
as a
Doom,
unique
but
experience. So in 2016, we asked you to run
more
and
just
gun.
like
In
focus
Doom
on
Eternal,
destruction.
it was jump and shoot. And in Doom the Dark Ages, you're gonna stand and fight. And the Shield Saw will give you the strength to go head to head with some of the biggest, baddest demons we've ever created it in. But that's not all. Because if you're gonna stand and fight, then you gotta have something to follow up that opening parry with.
Yeah.
How about an iron flail?
Dang.
Or maybe an electrified gauntlet.
Ooh,
Or
yeah,
even
let me
a
punch him.
doom spiked mace. That's right, we have 3 melee options that are part of a
How do you
melee
trigger
system.
all of that?
All on one input, complete with combos and upgrades. And it's
All on
totally
one
awesome. And you can finish
Maybe
off
it's
the demons now
distance-based.
with an all-new, unsynced, completely in the player's control glory kill system. From any angle, in and out, as you see fit. And it feels amazing. You'll feel unstoppable smashing your way through the horde with total
You like
freedom.
the combat flexibility?
And that
It
seems
keeps
like a
saying
ton,
it's
but that's
one
just
input. I'm
2
really confused
inputs.
by it.
We
Yeah,
got one
I'm
more
like, it
really
might be
important
based on the
button that we haven't
distance.
talked about yet.
Like if you're really close to enemy, you'll punch them with the gauntlet. Like medium distance, you'll use the I forget the club
That's
thing.
right, we've saved
and
the
then long
best for
distance,
last.
you might use the flail.
Doom has and always will be
But I don't
all
know.
about the guns. And
That is
Dark Ages
interesting.
has some of the most ridiculously powerful weapons that we've ever created. Mean. Ancient.
Yeah, the sound design
Brutal
is
torture
amazing.
machines built to butcher, impale.
And the weapon
and
design,
shred the
honestly,
minions of
that's one of the
hell.
interesting things about Doom too.
Only in Doom. That's the mission statement for the design of these never-before-seen, insanely fun-to-use tools of mayhem that only the Slayer has the power to wield. So let's take a look at some extended gameplay footage and see how these medieval mechanics synergize with the enemies and the environments to form the new combat loop for Doom the Dark Ages.
I'm curious how that worked. The shield too. I don't know if did he say the shield was on the same input? I feel like that'd be too much. I feel like that'd be a lot. So the shield can block a lot. It has like a little health percentage thing, so you can't use it all the time. Oh, the movement. See, schmovement, it might be the word of the decade for gamers. Not for me personally, because I'm bad at parkour, but I've seen a lot of schmovement. That's really interesting. There must be a charged up ability. One button.
And under the hood, for the first time in an id game, we've made our combat more approachable and flexible than ever before, with a new difficulty system and sliders
we love
that will allow
accessibility.
players to tune the speed and challenge of the game to whatever.
That was
fits them
honestly
best.
my issue with
I think
it's Doom Eternal I played. Like I just could not keep up.
It's a Doom for all Slayers.
That's
And the gameplay doesn't end with just
that's
the
great.
Slayer.
That's great.
We finally have for you, you've been waiting for 2 games now, to get in and pilot your very own 30-story Atlas, which is a mech. It's the size of a building.
They got
It's
mech play
powerful,
too?
And you can beat giant Titan-sized demons to death with your gauntleted fists. And if that wasn't enough, we also have for you your very own
glider? Oh, it's a dragon.
Cybernetic dragon. Neither
That's
of these
crazy.
are one-and-done features either. They have a full suite of abilities and even mini-bosses.
Wow.
The spectacle is epic. The power fantasy is unlike anything we've made it in.
Yeah,
and
the
the combat
variety of
systems
gameplay.
behind these features are deep and tons of fun.
They snapped. They did. Yeah.
As cool as all that is, we know that fans of single-player action games expect more than just great combat to pull them through the experience. So we're excited to share with you not just the gunplay, but the world of Doom: The Dark Ages.
Exploration.
Your hero's journey will take you
I
to
can't
the
wait to
far
see
reaches
somebody
of the
beat
Doom
this
universe.
game in like 5 minutes
Mysterious
on
worlds from
AGD
the Slayer's
GDQ.
past, dark forests, dungeons, ancient hellscapes, battlefields, and worlds beyond. And through exploration, you'll be unlocking new abilities and godlike powers every step of the way.
Exploration's my
Now
thing in
armed
games,
with
so I
your trusty
appreciate
shield
this.
saw, you're gonna cut, leap, and smash your way through environments full of secrets and treasures. There's always something new waiting to be discovered or destroyed. Now let's take a
Wow.
closer look at just one of the many missions you'll experience in Doom: The Dark Ages. In this level, you will meet the enemy at the gates and save a city from certain destruction. Explore the medieval battlefield outside the castle walls, seeking out targets and enemy formations along the way to engage with as you see fit, with any gun you choose. Explore what is the largest play space ever in a Doom game, discovering secret caves and
This is
dungeon-like mines
yeah. This
in
is nothing
search
like
of
Doom
vital
Eternal from what I've seen. This is much bigger.
You control the pace of the game. Where you go, who you fight, and the objectives you pursue. It's a Doom sandbox full of war and riches. Once you've broken the enemy assault, head back to the main gates because the battle isn't over yet.
Looked at. Goodness. Yeah, enemy design also crazy in this game.
And the soundtrack to your epic adventures will be composed by the award-winning team at Finishing Move, providing you with a metal soundscape that's loaded with guitars,
I know their last composer,
medieval
they
vibes, and
messed
pure
up that
adrenaline.
relationship.
You'll feel like you're expanding the legend of the Slayer with every mission you complete.
This is heavy metal so far.
And speaking of that legend, the story of Doom: The Dark Ages, like everything else in the game, is big. It's a summer blockbuster event with everything on the line, and
For real.
you are the star of the show. Your power is coveted by your enemies and withheld from your allies. With the Slayer imprisoned at the start of our story, the
It's
balance of
different
power
species.
between good and evil is shifting, and
characters
time
too.
is running out. It's a new story
These
and
get mind
perfect
controlled?
entry point for new players. It's easier to access now as we've taken the narrative out of the codex and into the cutscenes, featuring new characters, old allies, and
That right
powerful
there.
new villains. And for
That is a
returning
good
players,
change.
it leads directly into the Doom 2016 Slayer's Testaments. It's an action story worthy of the Slayer's legend.
We've got 10 years of making modern Doom games together, and we've done better with every game we've made.
The hope with all this, the goal, is to give players an experience that's as fun to play as it was to make. And make something that's good enough to
I guess
become
everybody's coming
the
to
best
log, I don't know.
game it has ever made.
But that is for you to decide. When Doom the Dark Ages releases...
May! April, May! Maybe July, yo! Okay, they said third quarter, second quarter of the year. That's mine! I got that! That's sick! Look at this, man. We are getting games announced and released the same, well, not announced, but shown and released the same year, man. We might have made it. We might have made it.
You will feel like the super weapon
might be
in the
the
center
time.
of a medieval war against hell.
All of Azel's powers are designed around textile crafting and spinning wheels. The combat system is built around chaining attacks and unraveling enemies.
Our reactive turn-based system has real-time reaction, which gives combat greater intensity and dynamism.
忍具やシリーズおなじみの体術など忍者アクションを駆使して乗り越えていくことになります。
皆様に進化した忍者ガイデンを触っていただけるよう楽しみにしています。
The Shadow Drop. Ninja Gaiden 2 remake. Or was it remastered? One of the two. All of Game Pass. Yeah, the dev directs are crazy. Not just for like the reveals or anything else, but just being able to see them talk about their games and be excited. This is like, it might be Xbox's best idea they've ever had. Just doing these kinds of shows. Oh my gosh. Okay, is this gonna blink for like 5 minutes? I guess so. Well, let me put my Halo music back on. I'm playing the Halo Reach OST. It slaps. Alright. What the freak? So let's start at the beginning. I know Digi missed a little bit. Nothing too crazy. So they pointed out something very important here and something I hope that they continue to emphasize. I've actually been thinking about this the past couple days, but let's see. Oh, yeah. All games support Xbox Play Anywhere, Xbox Cloud Gaming. We should know that by now. People keep pretending they don't. Buy once, play on Xbox consoles and Xbox app on PC with cross saves and cross progression. They don't talk about that enough. They do not talk about that enough. That is a huge, huge advantage. The fact that you can pretty much get dual titles when you buy a game, as long as it's on PC and Xbox, which most of the time it is. You can. That's crazy. That's crazy, and it will definitely play into what's perceived to be their next strategy, being like getting into the mobile space. I think that's going to play a big part of it. In two ways. We had Ninja Gaiden in here. Ninja Gaiden 4, which looks absolutely crazy. And I was not at all surprised by the fact that they had Platinum Games on this, because I immediately recognized kind of like the Bayonetta, like DMC-isms. Nier Automata is also a Platinum game. I'm not super familiar with that one though. I've seen a lot of Bayonetta, so that one for sure I was like, yeah, this looks like that kind of action. Very quick, very stylized. There are like different move sets that you can use that I like, so they're giving the player a lot of choice when it comes to the combat and how they want to kind of like execute their foes, which is always great. Always great to give the players the right to choose what they want to do. Got some parkour sections. It seems like we're gonna have some set pieces as well. So looking at this, it's funny looking at the, we'll have to see if it was a remake or remaster, but like this, even this game, not so much to the extent of what I was saying earlier about kind of being reminiscent of the 2010s kind of games, but it still has that kind of DNA. Like that's just like how you build a Ninja Gaiden game. I'm sure they'll like kind of freshen it up a little bit and give it some more modern gameplay loops. But that is a lot of the DNA of Ninja Gaiden, because they, like they said, they've been gone for 10 years, so you know that's what they've been built on. Let me see. Let's check out. Did I turn this up too loud? I might have. We got Ninja Gaiden 2 somewhere. Oh, this might be it. Yeah, I think this is it. So apparently this is one of Digi's favorite games ever. I've not touched it. Ninja Gaiden 2 was first released on Xbox 360. What a time. Ninja Gaiden 2 Black is the definitive edition of the game, honoring the style and significantly revamped using Unreal Engine 5. Revamped. I don't know if this is a... It seems like they had to remake this, but I don't want to put words into anybody's mouth. I don't know. We're just gonna say revamped version of Ninja Gaiden 2. It looks cool, and it definitely I could tell this was an older game just by the gameplay style. So they definitely were very faithful to that. I'm excited to try it out. I think I'm gonna start downloading. It does look so much better graphically. I believe that. I believe that for sure. Let's see if I can start downloading it now. I probably have to turn my Xbox on, which I'll just do it. I'll just do that right now. I am going to be playing Indiana Jones later tonight, but I do want to stop and get some dinner first, so I will pause the stream. Oh, I just searched Black. I don't know why. Ninja Gaiden Black. 2 Black? 2 Black? Yeah, 2 Black. Actually, that sounds wrong now that I have said it so many times, but you know, I said what I said. What can I do? I said what I said. Might play it tonight. Oh, I'm definitely gonna be playing this tonight. I'll give it a try. Actually, I don't know if I want to dare do that tonight, because like I could get completely derailed. I'll try it on the weekend. I'll try it on the weekend. We have South of Midnight, which again continues to look incredible. I know like some people who, if you haven't seen me watch like South of Midnight gameplay or people talking about the game before, might be like, well, she didn't really pop off. Like, does she really into this? I am really into this. It's just like, you know, this is contextualizing more of what I've already seen. I haven't seen some of these bigger enemies and kind of learning about the combat. That's been really cool. But I think what attracts me to this game the most is definitely the storytelling and the location of it. And like the characters and the culture around it too, you know? It's not too often that we get a character that looks like myself or that looks like Hazel, so that's also really exciting. And the gameplay being woven into that story as well, or I guess woven into the story. No pun intended, actually. But I find that very interesting as well, and I'm curious like what movesets they're gonna create using this kind of like weaving attacks and things around weaving. I was gonna say sewing, but I don't know enough to say that that's a part of that family, so I'm just gonna say weaving. April, I think it was 24th this one comes out, which is not too long, not too far away. That's really exciting. I'm glad we get to play this towards the beginning of the year. I'll just say that much, because waiting for this game is going to be very painful for me. I'm really excited to play it. What else we got? What else we got here? We had Expedition 33. I'm really digging this. I kind of wish they put out a demo, because like I said, I'm not a huge turn-based combat person. I feel like the one game that really made me like I was fully into the gameplay was Persona. The way that Persona does their turn-based combat. Let's see, April 8th. This is April. Oh, Expedition 33 is April 24th, and South of Midnight is April 8th. I think that's what it said in chat. Thank you for chat. Thank you, Dig. But yeah, I would love to kind of test it out myself and see like what the different combinations are. Like I pointed out earlier, having all those different options for your like passive is cool in the sense that you can really customize your team to what you feel like their strength should be, or just like what you need extra, what you personally need more assistance with. Where I get concerned is there were a lot of options, and having to like I said, like I've been saying, I'm not big on just like updating my equipment. I will literally use the same equipment for like 25-30% of the game until it literally doesn't work anymore. I'm like, okay, I have to change. I have to pick something else. So let me see. Hopefully they have like a recommendation thing that'll just give you like the best equipment for like the stats or whatever. And then from there, if you feel like, okay, like this equipment is good, but it's not giving me my magic bonus or not giving me my melee bonus, then you can kind of decide from there where you want to go. But that was kind of an overwhelming amount of options. I don't know where it's at. I feel like it was towards the back. I think it was after this. I think I went too far. Yeah, I went too far. It was around here, I think. Let me make sure it wasn't before. Okay, here we go. Let me actually unmute this too.
To make Mal the protector of the group, but I'm pretty much the only one at the studio who plays her that way. Most people play her as a glass cannon with Gustav's complementary skills. The characters can also equip hundreds of passive effects, which in our game are called Lumina.
Okay, so you can sort it alphabetically. You can sort it by defense, offense, and supportive attributes. I don't see a recommended button.
Every character has more than 20 unique skills in the skill tree and hundreds of passive effects they can gain through Lumina and weapons. So there are a ton of builds and playstyle to explore.
You can get it through Lumina and weapons. So it could be an even longer list. That particular aspect of this showcase gives me pause. A recommended button would go a long way, I think. At least for me, because I'm like, me personally, I'm looking at that list and I'm like, I think I might stick with like the first 3 top rows. After that, if I really, really am down bad, I'll look deeper. I'm personally not the type to be trying to go through all the different options to figure that out. Like, I'll stick to the top row, the default, and if it gets really bad, I might experiment, or I'm more likely to probably look at a guide or something and be like, what's the best equipment for this character, for this kind of build? So, yeah, I don't know. That was an interesting choice.
Needless to say,
let's see. But outside of that, once again, similar to Ninja Gaiden, actually even more expansive than Ninja Gaiden in this case, with the options that you have as the player to really build out your play style, especially when you have multiple characters with different kind of specialties. You can really customize what your party is going to look like, which I really appreciate, and something that I don't typically dig too deep into when it comes to my RPGs, my JRPGs, because I'm definitely a unga boonga, a smash hit kind of person. But having the opportunity to change my unga boonga ways and maybe pick up a staff, maybe do something different, that's still something I like. What else? After this, we had Doom. I like they were saying earlier about this being the most approachable Doom. This is the one I feel the most compelled. I at least gotta try. Like, I mentioned earlier while we were watching, but the movement speed and enemy speed in Doom was something I could manage, but it was something I had to be fully locked into play. Especially with, as they mentioned earlier, like they had kind of different recommended playstyles for each game. There was kind of like the jumping around and retreating, like the running and retreating, and this one is like you're standing your ground. And I think that's a playstyle I'm probably going to be more comfortable with anyway, whether it's to my detriment or not. So I like the accessibility features they're adding here. Especially, they mentioned that this is more open to like people who haven't played Doom before. So I think that's great. I think that is a great approach because, like, you know, if you're not familiar with the history of Doom, this is literally one of the games that kind of defined the or one of the series that defined the shooter genre. So to be able to kind of redefine what that is for people, especially beginners, and create an entry point for them, I think is great. And it's something that, you know, should always be considered with series like this once you get so far. So it looks cool. I can't believe you can do a mech fight. You can ride on a freaking dragon. You can freaking teleport and zip around. Like this is a crazy amount of like different gameplay options that you have here too. Honestly, the word of the day is options right now for Xbox and these developers, and I'm loving it. I'm definitely loving it. As we've seen, I pointed it out on I think it was Ninja Gaiden, but you know, this game, Expedition 33, as well. I think South of Midnight is the only one that will be exclusive, and even then, that's probably going to be a timed situation. But we're really starting to embrace, you know, that these are like cross-platform games. These are cross-platform franchises, but there is still a lot of benefits to be gained from Xbox. Hence the like being able to play this on Game Pass, having being able to get dual titles when you purchase these kind of games. So yeah, I like the shift. I like them. I wish they would have said it out loud in this, but maybe that's not the developer's place. Maybe that's more on Xbox marketing team's place, but they should definitely do that at some point. Because again, that is something that's not really talked about enough, especially when we're entering a gaming market where people are more and more like investing into PC gaming and looking at like Steam and Epic, kinda, but those kinds of ecosystems, because Steam sales are like huge for people as far as building on their library, and Steam often has more like even better sales than the console sales. Like that happens every season ish, just about. So I think it's a smart move. This is not copium. I think I've had copium when talking about these dev directs for the past like couple years or so, but this is the one where I'm just feeling good. I'm feeling good about like what we have ahead of us, and the fact that all of these games, if everything goes right, all of these games will be coming out this year. That's the cherry on top of the cake for me. You know, like I was saying before, we've waited a long time for Xbox to kind of get to this place where they're able to release things on a somewhat consistent basis, or at least I think it was either Phil Spencer or Matt Booty that said they want to release a game every quarter. It might have been every month, but I'm just gonna put it to every quarter because I can't confirm that. And we're here. They didn't even talk about what's coming out soon. They have freaking Avowed is coming. I think there's something else. We know that Stalker 2 just dropped in November. We had Indie that dropped in December. This is a really good release schedule that Xbox has going so far. I am curious to hear like what's going to be going on for the rest of the year, but I'm sure we'll hear about that at Summer Game Fest. So yeah, this was great. I'm excited. And I'm also hungry, so I'm going to go eat dinner. But I appreciate everybody for coming through. Hopefully you saw something that you liked. If you did, be sure to wishlist those games. Wishlisting is still important no matter the platform, so definitely go and wishlist the games. And Ninja Gaiden 2's case, if you have Game Pass, definitely download it, start playing it, try it out. If not, you can still buy it on the platform. I think it should probably be available on PlayStation as well. So yeah, just support these developers, support these games, and yeah, let's have some fun. But until next time, everybody, hopefully you have a nice eating or night. But enjoy it. I'll see you in the next one. Or if you're on stream, I will see you. We'll say like an hour 30-ish. An hour 30-ish. We'll be back for Indiana Jones. But yeah, until then, peace.